Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this week's video, we are going to make a full song on the M8. Now I know I've done a couple that we've just kind of got it to a point of a 8-bar loop or something like that. So this one we're going to get to an 8-bar loop, and then from there in the next video we are going to do a full arrangement. I find that splitting them up between the two videos is going to be a little bit more helpful, and it's also not going to make this video like 2 hours or something crazy like that. Give me time to like edit it down, and then usually once I have got to that 8-bar loop, I can kind of think about where I want parts to go and all that sort of good stuff. So this is the finished product of today's video. Experience when you're standing on the edge like this isn't a fair song. It's a feather that might jump. Feeling a people experience when you're standing on the edge like this. So let's get into it. First up, let's get some drums going. Now I'm going for kind of that little bit of burial vibe with it, so we can... What I'm going to do is I'm going to have each of the parts, so like kick, perc, clap sort of thing, and then hats are going to be on each track 1, 2, and 3. But I'm going to use multiple samples on each of them. This way it gives me a little bit more movement, and then you're not eating up all the tracks when you sort of like put together the arrangement and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. Let's start with the kick and go from there. Now what I like to do is I try and keep everything a little neater as I go. So you can see it will give me track 1 there, but my brain doesn't really like that. So let's go with, we're gonna go with 10. Because then I'm going to go 20, 30, 40, and so on and so on. And then if I make any changes, so if I come down to here, I can make this, and it's like a variation on 10, I can make that 11, 12, 13. And I'm generally not going to have 9 variations in there, but it gives you plenty of flexibility rather. And also, instead of just going to the next available, you can kind of get a little confused where everything is because you can't just see it as you would on a DAW. Enough of me rambling, let's get cracking. So let's do the same again here. We'll go 10, and then this one, we're gonna go 11. And let's just get one sound in. And we'll make this 10. And then let's go over to the sampler. This is going to be very sampler heavy for the drums, obviously. I could be using some of the synth engines, but I have a bunch of samples that I love to use, so let's just go with that. We'll go load, my samples, and then we're going to go with drum hits. And we're going to go with the vinyl drum hits. We'll go kick, and then we can come through and just listen to a few of them and see. What we can do is shift and option will then put it into order. Still working out. There we go. Let's go back up to... I like that one. It's nice and sort of thuddy and subby, so let's go with that. And let's start to put in some of the pattern here. And we'll go 1 here. 1 here, and then if I just scroll down, you can see that phrase changes from 10 to 11. So then that gives us the next phrase, because over here I've got 10 and 11. So You can see 10 and then 11. So for 11, we'll just go 1 in here and 1 over here. Now to get fancy, so if I come over here and it's cool, but what I kind of want to do is I want this one, in the first phrase, I want that to be a different kick. So let's got this, we're going to change this to 11. So then that's another, you can see we don't have anything loaded on there. Let's go to the sampler. Oh, we missed it, there we go. And load, and we're still in the kicks, it's still there. And then we're going to go and find another one. And what we can do, so let's choose that for now and see how that sounds. It's a little variation there. Probably could have got it with velocity or something like that, but I like the little different feel there. So happy with that. We're not going to change the mix too much right now. Well, let's just move on to the next so we can kind of get this ball rolling a little bit more. So next up we'll go here and then we're going to go 20. So again, 20 to 29 can be all variations of that. Cross over to here. We're going to go 20 and then 21. And then for here, we're just going to add one in here, but we're going to go 20. And then let's get a sound in. So sampler, load, and then we're going to look at more of a percussive hit for this one. So I've got my little percs here. Get it in order, so shift and option. You can see it's sorting, gets it in order, and then we can start to play through some of these sounds. Let's go. Let's go with that one. I know we kind of went up and down, but we'll see how it goes. We'll just get that in there. And we'll come over to here. Let's get some more bits in here. We can go like this if we... Let's go like this. And we can come down to the next phrase, 21. And let's get some more in here. So we have some in there, but again, I want to change some of these to their own instrument, so their own sample rather. So I'm happy with these ones, but these ones here, we're going to change this to 21. And let's go sampler again. kick would be cool. And so let's go. And then let's change this one. Yeah, let's change this one. So load. Let's go back up to the top. Let's go with 13. Let's try something else. There we go, 15. Now, I like this, but the thing that I love about that style of music is the sort of swing and everything like that. So what we're going to do is let's put a delay on some of these. So if we come in here, come along, and we got delay. And then let's change this one, start with 3, and then for the last one I want the delay on there as well. Maybe dial that one back. So let's maybe increase that a little bit. Maybe increase that one. Bring it back a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is just come along and put a little low pass on this. And bring down the dry a little bit on that as well. And then for this one, let's also bit of reverb, and then it's not too bad. Let's increase that one, and then for these hits here that are super dry, so let's come over, a little bit of reverb. Maybe increase this one and maybe a little bit more, maybe a bit more. Bit more again. Bring it back a bit. Maybe just one. Yeah, one seems all right there. So we got something that we like there. One thing that I forgot is we're at 120. So let's increase that to 135. That sounds good. So let's just save this real quick. And let's go with a name, random, arid frame. Perfect. And we're going to go save. And then let's save it into my album. There we go. Save the album. There we go. Now, if all else fails, we still got it. Next up, let's look at some hats. So this is going to be a little bit more of like maneuvering around and whatnot to try and get it to work, because obviously each one of these lanes is just one voice. So if we have a hat with a long tail and then another hat plays, it's going to cut it off. So what we want to do, first up, let's start, we'll go into 3 there, and then we're going to go 30 and then 31. Let's just get in 1 and we'll go to 30, and then let's get the sampler, go up, and then we're going to go to hats. Now all of these samples are just ones that a friend of mine pressed to vinyl and then I cut up and whatnot, so that's why they all sound pretty gritty, but I really like the way they sound, so that's why I usually go to these a lot. So let's have a listen. Maybe that. Let's go down a little bit. I like that. It's got a little bit of something going on there. Now I'm going to do the same thing where I'm just going to get the whole pattern in, and then I'm going to go in and change a couple of them for different samples. So let's get something going and then we can go from there. I kind of like that. Let's have a look at some of the samples now. So I think that's all right. Let's go with this one. Actually, let's change this. Let's make a change here. Load. I like that. It's kind of gritty. Let's put a delay on this one. Start with that. Coming together. I think we could change this one over for a different sound. So let's go with that. Sampler, load. Let's go back up again. I like that. Let's go here. Okay, and then let's look at some of these for the second phrase because it's just the same to get that sort of more of a swing feel as well. So let's just try, we can try just changing these. For just like some of the different other sounds that we've already got loaded. Okay, let's go back here. Going to use that delay again. Now we have something that's kind of moving. Let's go in and start to sort of shape the sound a little bit more, filter, reverb, and all that sort of stuff, just to get it a little bit more cohesive. So let's go in here. Actually, let's get it playing first. Oop. Just going through. And this one here. Oop. There we go. So this 31 seems a little bit loud. And I like it, but let's change the velocity on some of these a little bit more. Let's go down to the next phrase. Just kind of going random on all the ones that are the same sample. And this one seems a little bit loud still. Maybe a little bit loud. Try this with it. Maybe this one to here. Nah, here. Get this one. Just trying to find something that's gonna I think that works. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's more just showing that the technique of how it all comes together. So we have a little bit now. We have the kick, the percussion clap thing, and the hat. So let's make sure that we come along and we save it. overwrite that, and we'll come back down again. So next up, we're going to look at let's look at adding, let's have a look. I'm going to go effects on 8, so that'd be like a white noise sort of thing. We're going to go bass, pad, maybe some street sounds on 7, and then 6 can be maybe a little lead arpeggiated line. So let's go with the pad. So now we're going to write the chord progression. It's going to be super basic, but it's going to showcase the synth within it and how you can write chords and whatnot. So let's get into it. So again, let's go with 40. And then for this, I'm going to do one chord. It's going to be an 8-bar loop. And it's just going to be one chord for every 2 bars. So let's go 40, 41, 42, 43. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And let's just have a play around and see how we go for chords. So I'm going to go to 40, and then let's go with G there. We're going to go with the hypersynth, and we're going to go the first chord. So let's play the sound. We can kind of do a little bit of sound design, get it kind of a little bit less abrasive, and then from there we can go and start to write the chord progression. So a little bit of reverb. And then we got the low pass there. So G, I'm just trying to think. There we go. So let's go over here, and we're going to say chord set 1. And then we're going to mosey on down to this one, 41. Oh, 41. And it's the same instrument, but we're going to go chord 2. And this is going to be a D. There we go. And then let's go back here. This is going to be a C. And it's going to be chord 3. And then finally, obviously, we're going to go back to the G. and this is going to be chord 4. So let's go 41, chord 2, chord 2, if we come over here, we're going to go to chord 3, chord 3, G, C, and and then last one, so we've already got it to 4, we change this to 4, and then G, we're going to go D, F, so let's have a listen to that. Classic mistake is I didn't put like a blank clip in there. So let's go like this all the way F E, F E, F E, F E, and then we can just we can put it down here. F E. So now we've got just a blank clip, nothing's playing, this is a nothing instrument. So now hopefully, let's go. So that's good, but it's super pitched down. So let's come over here. Oh. There we go. So let's go in and tweak it a little bit so we can get a little bit more movement on it. Chorus. Take the volume down just a little bit. And then let's look at the LFO to Just like a little bit of movement on there. Cool, we have something cooking along there that's coming together pretty nicely. So next up, let's look at the bass, and we can get we're gonna get like a restyle bass. So let's all the way back down, and we're gonna go to 5. We're on the 5th track, so we're gonna go within that 5-0 mark. Come over here. Again, this one is gonna be a 8 bar as well. We're gonna start off with just like pretty much following the chord progression, but then we're gonna add some slides in there to give a little bit more movement overall. So let's just 4, 5, and then let's start getting some notes in and getting everything going. Let's actually go 5, F, E, F, E, F, E, F, E, and then 2, 3, 4. Actually, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Don't need that one. Let's go in here. We started off with a G. So we got the G up there. Go. That's going to go for 2. So this is going to be a D. 1, 2. This is going to be an F. And this is going to be a G again. Actually, no, that last one needs to be a C. There we go. G, nothing. D, nothing. C, nothing. G, nothing. Yep, cool. So let's go in here. And then this instrument is going to be and we're going to use the hypersynth again. All I've done is open up the swarms. You're going to get that sort of Reese feel. And then let's add some amp to it. Chorus, and then bring down the drive. We want to like drive the signal, but we need to pull it back a little bit so it all sits in there. So if we come along here, we could even give it a little bit more volume there. Made that mistake again. This needs to be 50, 50. That's a nothing, and this should be 50. one could be down. Let's have a look at that. That sounds good. That sounds good. This one maybe down an octave. Just put those two down one octave to see how they sound. Yeah, that sounds better. Okay, so now, actually what we can do is, for now, let's just leave it as is. We're already way deep into this video. We can look at it at the next one. And then let's add the vocal. So I've got a little vocal chop. 60. And it's come along here. This is going to be 60. And then 60. And then again, we're going to go to the sampler. Now, I know I'm using sample heavy and there's a lot of cool synths and whatnot on here, but this is the way that I like to use it and this is how I have fun with it. So be it. So let's go load. We're going to go up. And we want that. We want, where are we? Let's go like this, organize it. Quotes. And here's the quote that we got.
The feeling that people experience when they stand on the edge like this isn't a fear of falling. It's a fear that they might jump. Yeah.
Okay. And we got this little street sound. So let's put in the street sound actually to start with, give it a bit more vibe, and then we can add the vocal after it. So let's go and we're going to add that one. And let's see how long it plays. Here, 61. Maybe 62. We'll go 63. Okay. So it goes to there. So we can go 60 again. 1, 2, 61. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Just put a little low pass on it. So what we can do is do a little, you can go shift and then back and it puts us in live mode. So then we can choose the elements and kind of like Ableton clip so we can play it along. So bring in the pad now. We can decrease the volume on this one a little bit more. That's the street sound. kind of got something going there. Now, oh, got away from me a little bit. So now let's add the vocal in on number 7. Got 7 here, and let's add, oh, got 7 there, and then let's just leaving blank ones there, and then 70, let's go with that, and then 70, sample again, the quote, put that in there. So let's, okay.
It's a feather that might jump. Yeah, well, I'm a little dark sometimes.
So I've actually got 2 quotes in there. I've got the initial and the other bit. So let's go into the edit, and you can see I've got the 2 parts here. So let's put in a slice marker. Ooh. Let's put in one here.
The feeling that people experience when they stand.
And then we got number 2.
It's a feather that might jump. It's a feather that might jump.
And we can put in one more. Oh, we want this bit here. So up and down will give us big values, and then left to right will give us small values. So I'm just going to go to the front there.
Yeah, well, I'm a little dark sometimes. It's a feather that might jump. The feeling that people experience when they stand on the edge like this isn't a fear of falling.
Okay. And go save. And we're going to override it. And then we want to change the slice to file. So next up, now that we've cut it into slices, we want to be able to trigger each of those slices. So let's go into here. And lastly, we got the slices, and you can see we're on 0.
The feeling that people experience. It's a feather that might jump. Yeah, well, I'm a little dark sometimes. It's a feather that.
Okay, so we got our 3 bits that we've just cut up.
The feeling that people experience when they stand on the edge like this isn't a fear of falling.
And let's go in here into the second last one, and we'll make this to 72. Put that in, and then slices.
It's a feather that might.
And it's play from the start.
The feeling that people experience when they stand on the edge like this isn't a fear of falling. It's a feather that might jump. The feeling that people experience when they stand on the edge like this isn't a fear of falling.
So let's go in and edit this a little bit more.
It's a feather that might jump. The feeling that people experience when they stand on the edge like this isn't a fear of falling. It's a feather that might jump.
Increase the delay.
The feeling that people experience when they stand on the edge like this isn't a fear of falling. It's a feather.
Okay, and let's add a little, actually, let's add the low pass, high pass so we can kind of get it in a little bit. Actually, let's just go with the high pass for now.
experience, the feeling that people experience, the feeling that people experience,
Actually,
the feeling that people experience, 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 the feeling.
that's a bit better. It was pretty bass heavy and it's kind of, everything's kind of fighting for space in there. So let's have a listen to that now.
The feeling that people experience when we stand on the edge like this isn't a fair falling. It's a feather that might jump.
So let's do the same for that little street noise. Let's come along and we're gonna, and let's go with that. There we go.
The feeling that people experience when we stand on the edge like this isn't a fair falling. It's a feather that might jump.
Now again, we can go into live mode and let's play that, and play the bass. With the street noise, the quote, and the bass to start with. As it goes around.
The feeling that people experience when they stand on the edge like this isn't a fair falling.
Bring in the chords now.
The feeling that people experience when they stand on the edge like this isn't a fair falling.
Bring in all the drums.
It's a feather that might jump. The feeling that people experience when they stand on the edge like this isn't a fair falling. It's a feather that might jump.
So I think that will be it for today. I know we've got another slot to do an effect, but in the next video, we can do an effect and then we can start to arrange it into some sort of song. Hopefully this video is going to be a long one, but hopefully you've got something out of it and you've got to see some different techniques and stuff like that. And you got to see how you can do simple things like use the chords. You can see how to cut up different vocal samples into different slices and whatnot. And hopefully at the end of the day, this has inspired you to create something. And until next time, see you later.